Good evening, Hitchcock. The governor just issued an executive order, GA 29, relating to the use of face covering during the COVID-19 pandemic. Every person in public where you cannot maintain a 6-foot separation or in a commercial building must wear face covering unless otherwise exempt as defined in the emergency order. Members of the same household are exempt. The first violation is a verbal written warning followed by a fine not to exceed $250 for subsequent violations. However, no law enforcement or other official may detain, arrest, or confine in jail any person for a violation of this executive order. The EO also prohibits confinement in jail as a penalty for the violation of any face covering ordered by any jurisdiction. The highlights are below. Every person in Texas shall wear a face covering over the nose and mouth when inside a commercial entity or other building or space open to the public, or when in an outdoor public space, wherever it is not feasible to maintain 6 feet of social distancing from another person not in the same household, provided, however, that this face covering requirement does not apply to the following: any person younger than 10 years of age, any person with medical condition, disability that prevents wearing face covering, any person while the person is consuming food or drink or is seated at a restaurant to eat or drink, any person while the person is A, exercising outdoors or engaging in physical activity outdoors and maintain a safe distance from other people not in the same household, any person while the person is driving alone or with passengers who are part of the same household as the driver, any person obtaining a service that requires temporary removal of the face covering for security, surveillance, screening, or a need for specific access to the face, such as while visiting a bank or while obtaining personal care service involving the face, but only to the extent necessary for the temporary removal. Any person while the person is in swimming pool, lake, or similar body. So if you're going out for the 4th on a weekend to the lake, you don't have to wear one. But if you're around other people that you don't know, I would suggest keeping 6 feet from them or wearing a mask or any kind of face covering. Any person who's voting, assisting a voter, because early voting has started, serving as a poll watcher or actively administering an election but wearing face covering is strongly encouraged. Any person who is actively providing or obtaining access to religious worship but wearing a face covering is strongly encouraged. Any person while the person is giving a speech for a broadcast or an audience, or any person in a county with less than 20 COVID cases unless ordered to do so by a county judge. And I don't think there's very many counties around here that have less than 20 cases. As I said, following a verbal warning for the first time violator of this face covering requirement, it's a verbal warning. The second violation shall be punishable by a fine not to exceed $250. Each subsequent violation after that shall be punishable by a fine not to exceed $250 per violation. So those can add up, folks. You're going to get a verbal warning first from the police or official. After that, you get a $250 fine, and each time after that, you get a $250 fine. But basically, the first video I did, I was just asking you folks to be a partnership with this. Do what you need to do with the CDC rules, the face coverings, the 6-foot social distancing, and just go on with your enjoyment over the 4th of July weekend and holiday. I just wanted to bring this up and let you know in case nobody heard about the governor's order GA 29, and just wanted to bring y'all up to speed on it. So y'all have a great weekend, have a good 4th of July, and see you next week. Thank you.